I was actually born during a really big earthquake in the 1980s. So I always make a joke ever since then I've been changing the world. Basically, what I have to sell or who I am as a person, I'm just a very honest and genuine and mostly positive person. We all have our down days. But I really have just realized how lucky I've been with the support system I've had. I can't take credit for being a self-made man because I don't believe, or self-made person. I don't believe anyone is just a self-made person. We are all influenced. But if I could just say that my biggest passion would have to be storytelling, whether it's acting, photography, or writing, or spoken word. I think the most vivid example just recently came to my head was it was an open mic night at UCLA, and I think it was my second year there. And I decided to go just to watch people perform. I didn't even plan on performing, but no one stepped up. And I remember just improvising this poem for about 3.5 minutes, and I was shaking. And the MC, he's already a well-known spoken word poet. Right away he's just like, I want to see you again. So I came back the next week, but still from that first night, I remember people coming up to me months after at random events on campus, or just showing up like, you were the guy that talked about not just being put into this bubble. I remember I based the poem off A to Z, so for every letter I explained how I strayed away from like just this one label. And that's how I am as an actor, that's how I am as a photographer, that's how I am as a writer. I don't just try and stray. Like that's, I think one of my biggest strengths to offer anyone that's watching this is I'm just a very well-rounded person, and I like exploring things and trying new things, and if it's not successful, it's not successful, but it's those moments, those little moments where people just come up to you and say like, I remember you did this, or you changed me in that way. That's one of the reasons why I still continue considering a career in a creative outlet form or in a storytelling medium. Because, you know, I believe I'm competent enough to, if I wanted to, I could get a corporate job, 9 to 5, you know, and be set for the rest of my life. But I've tried that. It just doesn't make me feel alive. And the only way I can actually feel that I'm actually human is by storytelling in some form or another. And that's just my inner motivation, my personal story so far. So,
do you think that based on your philosophy that gives you the resilience to forbear the feast and famine of creative profession?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I've already experienced the feast and famine for the past 3 years. But no, I've always told people that you have to find the driving love behind whatever you do. Because when push comes to shove, when you are struggling, if you're hungry, if you're tired, the only thing that's going to be keeping you driven is the fact that you have to love it, and you have to be prepared for what comes with it. With any creative field, actually with any work field now, nothing's really stable, to be fair. So that's why it's very important. You have to like have that inner drive and that inner resilience. Like I've had friends who are lawyers now, and I've seen them, and they're still awake with me when I'm up on the computer at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're right there on a social media platform online as well, and they're probably doing what they want to do. And I've talked to them, and I've talked to other people, and they're just saying like, yeah, I have to love what I do. Otherwise, the 15, the 16-hour days, or the months of not getting a call back, it's gonna kill you. Mm-hmm. And it's just gonna not just wreck you personally, but it's gonna wreck the people around you. So I think that inner motivation and that inner resilience is the one thing that's gonna keep anyone going.
And you have several outlets, so
yeah. I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that, I mean, I don't think I'm necessarily the best at any of them, but I'm lucky in the sense that I will always have something to, another route, another path that I could always take. Mm-hmm. That goes into my own insecurity, but at the same time, it also gives me liberation too. Mm-hmm. So it's a really fun, necessary evil, and I love a great drama show. So I think it's going to be fun just to experience the bad and the good. So.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.